Welcome. This is a place for vloggers, entrepreneurs, and for those who want to grow on social media. My name is Valerie and I am a social media expert. I have a blog on Instagram and I love everything that has to do with marketing. And today I'm going to share my top tips for extreme growth with zero investment, which means that you don't have to invest any money and all of this growth can be done organically. So if you want to grow your Instagram, this is the perfect video for you. Keep on watching till the end and I hope you enjoy these tips. And my first tip for you guys is going to be to get your post to the top. So what does that even mean? And let me explain it a little bit. Getting your post to top means that your post has gotten lots of engagement and the Instagram algorithm has actually bumped it up so more people can get exposure and see your post. So that is how the algorithm works. If your post is a high quality image, if it gets a lot of engagement, or maybe you had a very interesting caption under the post, this will help get your post to the top. Another way you can actually check if your post made it to the top is by going to the hashtags that you have used under your post and seeing if you have showed up in the top of that hashtag. So that means your post has gotten lots of exposure and a lot of more people are able to see your post if it has made it to this top. To make this even more clear, I want to show you guys an example of what that actually looks like. So I'm currently on the hashtag fashion. I just put that in there and all those pictures that are located right now in this top kind of area, that is what has made it to the top. So that means that when people are searching hashtag fashion, this is the content that shows up under the hashtag at the moment and more people are able to view it. So maybe this photo that this person posted made it to the top and now it is under this hashtag and you're able to get more views on your content. So if I was somebody who liked fashion and I clicked on this outfit, I would be able to go under this page and then follow them. And that is how you get more exposure from getting to the top. So this really just depends on the content you post. In this situation, to get your photos to the top, you have to have high quality images, right hashtags, and also a good caption under that post. And also, one of you guys messaged me on Instagram and asked me why one of your photos got more exposure than the other. And this is actually a perfect example of getting your post to the top of the Instagram algorithm. So this is one of my followers and they are asking me, why did this photo get so many likes and the other one barely got any? So let me show you guys to get a better example. So this photo got 86 likes for this person and 894 on this post. And I definitely see this as being a photo that got to the top, unless this person paid for their bots or likes. Obviously they didn't because they're confused themselves why they got so much exposure. This is because the photo made it to the top. I believe that it may be the quality of the shot, the type of car that is in the photo, and also the hashtags that were used. And I believe that those hashtags helped him get more exposure because those posts made it to the top of those hashtags. So that really helps, and I encourage you to have high quality photos, awesome hashtags, and again, a good caption to get your photos to the top. My second tip for you guys is to be consistent on Instagram. If you actually want to attract following, people need to see that you're consistent. If somebody's gonna go on your profile and actually decide if they want to follow you or not, they need to see a profile that is professional and they can see that you've been posting for a while, you've been doing fitness for a while, and they can actually take something away from you. And that is an example, but you need to be consistent so that your follower or whoever's deciding if they want to follow you, they know that if they follow you, tomorrow you will post content, and the next week after tomorrow you will still have content on your Instagram. Because why would somebody want to follow you if you don't stay consistent and one day you post and the other day you don't? So that is something that you really want to take into consideration for yourself. I know sometimes it's a little bit hard to stay consistent all the time, and that's why there are things like Later. It's an awesome website that can have automation set up for you so you can post without actually doing it physically. It does it for you. So this is an awesome tool that you guys can take away for yourselves from this video and take action on it, because this will save you lots of time and actually get you the consistency that is kind of hard to achieve sometimes, but this app will definitely help you with that. So check that out. I definitely recommend. Tip number 3 is shoutouts. So how do shoutouts work on Instagram? So what you can do is partner up with a blogger or influencer in your niche, and what you can do is pretty much shout each other out on stories, or you can do a newsfeed post. And this is a perfect way to grow your following because you pretty much are exchanging your audience. And what I recommend is sending a DM to about 10 bloggers or influencers who you think that you can work with, and they will reach out to you and decide if they want to do it with you. Make sure the terms are clear. Make sure you know that they will complete their part of the job, because you don't want to do a collaboration or shout out with somebody who doesn't do their side of the deal, right? So you don't want to shout somebody out and then have no shout out from your part. So make sure there's somebody who can return that as well. Make sure you kind of talk about the times and days that you will be posting. But most of the time it works out. I have done this a lot, and this really can grow your following for free. It requires no money, no investment, but your time, and that's it. So I recommend doing at least one shout out a week. You can try that out and see what kind of results that can bring you, and if that will work for your account. Also, if you find a blogger who brought you a lot of followers, so say for example you did a shout out with somebody who in 1 week brought you like 300 followers, then make sure that you repeat that, maybe not the same week or the following week, but do it in about 2 to 3 weeks and try to work with that blogger again, because that means their followers really liked your content and you guys really worked well together. So that is something I have to recommend on shoutouts, and I definitely recommend you try that and see if it will work for your account. Number 4 is hashtags. Hashtags are awesome, and people who tell me that hashtags don't work obviously don't know how to use them, and that's really what I have to say to people who say hashtags don't work anymore. I'm like, okay, you're probably not using them the right way, because I use hashtags and I get over 20,000 impressions from hashtags alone. I will attach a screenshot on my hashtag statistic. So if you're telling me that hashtags don't work, then that's not right, because that means I wouldn't have gotten exposure to 20,000 people, and that is something I'm not trying to avoid. I'm trying to increase that and do that as much as I can. So what I recommend when using hashtags is to use hashtags that are, number 1, relevant to your posts. If you are posting a picture of fashion outfit, don't hashtag things that are not relevant to your fashion picture. So do not hashtag travel, do not hashtag makeup, you know, don't use those kind of hashtags that just don't make sense, because once you use a hashtag that is not relevant to your post, then the picture of your fashion outfit will be up on beauty hashtags, maybe some kind of food hashtag if you use that by accident, and no one's gonna click on it because that's nothing to do with the hashtag when people are exploring it. So number 1, use hashtags that are actually relevant to your post. Always have the same theme of your photo in the hashtag. So that's something I recommend. Number 2, when it comes to hashtags, have your hashtags ready in your notes ahead of time. So I'm going to take out my phone and show you guys what kind of I have on my notes. I have all of my hashtags pre-planned ahead of time. So these are all hashtags that have to do with my profile. Some of them are a little bit different and they differentiate a little bit by the topics. Some of these are travel, these are more collaboration and content creation focused. So what you need to do is you have to figure out your hashtags, use the best hashtags and put them in your phone ahead of time so they're all in there. And what you need to post, all you have to do is go back to your notes, choose the hashtags that you want to use and paste them in your post, and maybe just adjust some of them. So like if I was posting something about travel and some of these hashtags wouldn't work, I would just delete them or try to find new ones, and that's it. And this saves you so much time when you don't have to worry about hashtags every time you post. So a little hack from me, I definitely recommend you guys do this. My last tip when it comes to hashtags is to use hashtags that are not overused or in the million rate. So if you go on hashtags, every hashtag has a number of posts under that hashtag, and I recommend having those that are in the thousands. So don't use those that are in millions, because those, so when you use a hashtag that is, for example, food, and there are millions and millions of photos under that hashtag, you are pretty much not using your hashtag space the right way. Because when you post a picture and use that hashtag, your post is most likely not going to be seen by anybody because there is just too much traffic on that hashtag. So you want to use a hashtag that is in the thousands. For example, this hashtag is a really good example of that, because once you use something that has less people posting in that hashtag, then there's more chances that you will be seen and more people will see you under that hashtag and then follow your account. So that is something I recommend, something in those thousands range is the best option when it comes to hashtags. Tip number 5 to growing your Instagram organically is to be engaging with your followers and those who are in your community. You guys, one of the most important things that Instagram looks at is the relevancy and the interactions between you and other Instagram accounts. And this will determine how well Instagram will show your page, so show your information, your posts to other people. So this is going to be a key factor for you to be engaging with your followers. I would recommend replying to your comments under your posts within 30 minutes of your publishing. That is key as well. Also, be engaging on other people's posts. So comment other people's information and just be there for your followers. And even if you don't follow them, you can go ahead and those who are following you, go on your followers and support some of those people who are very loyal to you. I'm sure you have those kind of followers who are always engaging with your content. Go ahead and show them some love. Go on their posts and comment on them and support each other. Also, I recommend replying to DMs. So when your DMs are full and there's constant engagement on your DMs, Instagram sees that as a good thing because you're investing your time into that platform. So go ahead and always be engaging in the DMs. Even if you are a little hack, even if you are messaging your friends, Instagram sees that as a good thing. So it doesn't really have to be your followers. You can even be talking to your friends on DMs, and that will be a good thing for the Instagram algorithm. A good thing to do is to reply to other people's stories. So if you are watching stories, go ahead and reply, send an emoji and a comment, and just have that always being active. And Instagram will start bumping your content up and you will start getting more exposure. Number 6, and my last tip for you guys, is to have high quality content. First of all, you guys, Instagram is a visual platform, so you need to have content that people will be pleased at when they see you on their feed. So it has to be high quality, it has to be aesthetic, it has to have a good edit. Number 2, I am big on content creation because I'm a photographer and I love getting creative with my photos. So I definitely recommend you taking some time to think about the photos that you are creating. Even if it's on your iPhone, you guys, you can create amazing photos on your iPhone, but you just need to put some thought behind it, you know? Instead of just posing there, think about some creativity that you can add to your photos. Maybe you can add a certain prop to your shots. And I recommend going on Pinterest before you take photos for Instagram, and just to see if there's inspiration that you can take away from Pinterest and just some kind of photography aesthetic behind your photos. And then number 3, when it comes to creating high quality content, I recommend using presets. If you do not know what presets are, a preset is a filter for your photos, but it is in very high quality and made in a software that a lot of professional photographers use called Lightroom. So a lot of bloggers and photographers use presets because that really gets you the best photo edit possible. There are so many options there when it comes to Lightroom. There is sharpening, you can change the color of the sky, you can change the color of your skin to make yourself more tan. There is lots of options there. So if you like my editing style, you can get the same editing style on your photos. And I have very affordable presets compared to a lot of other bloggers. I have 25 presets in my package instead of 5 like most bloggers have. So I definitely recommend checking that out if you want high quality editing style and to step up your Instagram game and actually create high quality content. Presets is your answers. It will actually pay off in the long term. Also, if you invest your time into editing, if you invest your time into getting creative with your photos, then people will see that, your followers will see that. And when somebody stalks you on Instagram or they run up onto your profile and they check your feed and they can see that it is amazing, you have good photos, it's pleasant to see, to look at, people will convert more. So you will start getting more followers when people visit your page. You guys, go ahead and try these out. There is so much potential for growth organically, and don't give up on it. Also, if you are interested to hear more about growing methods, or if you want to grow your Instagram but you are lost and you are confused, I have a course available for you. It is called Instagram Marketing 101, and in this course I teach you guys how to go from one end to the other of Instagram. So all of the steps it takes to grow your Instagram to get to the top, how to work with brands, and how to monetize and start making money off of social media. My course is available below, and it is perfect for those who are beginners on Instagram, for those who are tired because they waste so much time on Instagram but aren't getting results. So check that out. I highly recommend. Subscribe below for more videos like this because I have so much informational content for you guys that I love sharing. So check that out, and I hope to see you in the next video.